We have the club is taking a trip with both vans and cars. They will use 2 fewer cars and vans. Each van seats 6 people and each car seats 4, including the drivers. The number of people in vans is 14 more than the number of people in cars. And then we want to know which system of equations can be used to find V, the number of vans for the trip, and C, the number of cars. So first thing we're going to do is to annotate our text. So here we know that V represents the number of vans that were taken on this trip, and C is going to represent the number of cars that were also taken on this trip. We know that they will use 2 fewer cars and vans, and then that there are 6 people that can be seated in a van and 4 in the car, and then the number of people in vans is 14 more than the number of people in cars. So again, it sounds a little bit confusing, but let's work through this. All right, so let's look at the second sentence. So they will use 2 fewer cars than vans. So we have to ask ourselves, like, what is this describing? Is this describing the vans, or is it describing the cars? So our answer there should be that it's actually describing the cars, because they're going to use 2 fewer cars than they are vans. So that means that we need to know how many vans there will be, and then subtract that from 2 to see how many cars were actually there. All right, then the next sentence we have each van seats 6 people and each car seats 4. So there are 6 people in each van, and there are 4 people in each car. If I were to actually put that with a letter, we can say that this is going to be 6V, and this is going to be 4V. And again, let me put that off to the side because we need some space to write in some more. So this is 6V, and this is 4Z, because it's 6 people per van and it's 4 people per car. All right, our fourth sentence describes the number of people in vans is 14 more than the number of people in the car. So again, we ask what is being described there, and it is describing the vans, but it has the number of people. So we know that there are 6 people in each van. So that sets off our equation. Is equal 14 more than the number of people in the car. So again, number of people in cars, and we know that there's 4 people in each car. So 4C more means addition plus 14. And then it's written in this way because we know, again, that we have to know how many people there were in cars, and then add that to 14 in order to see what is the number of people in the vans. So now let's compare our equations to find our solution. So here we have these two. From what I see is that C equals V V minus 2. So that's a possibility. Our second equation, however, says that there's 6 people per car, and that's false because there's actually 6 people in the van. This one starts off with the V. That starts off with the V, so it's definitely not B or C. If we look at D, that equation matches and that equation matches. So that is our solution there.